A rainy afternoon. Good afternoon. I am Lian Buan reporting live from Hyde Park. The rain has just stopped. Um, the procession has just finished. The golden carriage carrying King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla has just left the Westminster Abbey back to the Buckingham Palace. It was a rainy day for Charles. The light drizzle started around 8 a.m. So there was a good 2 hours of light drizzles for the British public waiting to see their new monarch be crowned at the Abbey today. But everyone was like in a jubilant mood waiting for King Charles and Camilla. But also very palpable is the generational divide among the crowds, because when you talk to the older people, they are still very endeared with the royal family, with their queen, and now with their king. But when you talk to younger people who themselves participated in the activities today, they would say that they just want to be part of a historical event, and they do not per se support the idea or a concept of a monarch, especially in modern times. There was a sprawling protest around central London. Protesters filled the streets of central London with chants of "Abolish the monarch" and "Not my king," "Greedy royals," and questioning a protest that essentially questions the existence of a monarch and the coronation of King Charles. This was a defiant protest because some protesters have already been arrested and detained in the lead up and on the day of the coronation. So these protesters were really defying warnings from the London police. I was able to talk to a British woman who has seen many royal events in her life, and she said that this is the first time that there was such a visible and marked protest around a royal event. Let's hear her.
Should not judge what people believe and think. I feel sorry for the royal family, especially the king, if he hears those things, but I think he's strong enough to think, never mind. I can somehow see things on two sides, because I think perhaps people who haven't got much money or aren't happy with their life here, they would think, oh, look, the royal family have lots of money, they have all these palaces, why should we help towards that? So I try to see it on both sides, but I don't believe they should be saying anything rude about him in a very nasty, disparaging way.
Yeah, you said you've been to a lot of like royal events. Is it this the first time that there's so many protests?
Yes, I've never been before when there's been any protests. I think it's the first time I'm aware of. It may not be the first time it's happened, but I've never been near any in the past, yes.
That was Lee Figures, a woman whom I met in central London going to Hyde Park. Just among the many people who came out despite the rain today to witness this historic event of King Charles being crowned Britain's new monarch. King Charles is head also of the Commonwealth nations. It's a political group of many Commonwealth countries, but 36 of them have now become republics, and the remaining 15 British realms, there's also a sustained movement for republicanism among them, especially the Caribbean and even Scotland and Wales. King Charles has to navigate this very pivotal moment in history, not just in the royal family's history, but in global history, where their role as a monarch in a democracy is being questioned. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. with his wife Luisa Araneta Marcos attended the coronation among the 100 VIPs who are heads of state who were invited by the king to witness this coronation. We saw that he traveled to London with House Speaker Martin Romualdez and Transport Secretary Jaime Bautista. Together, they toured the Gatwick Airport yesterday to learn best practices. We've also heard that his son Sandro is here around the city. Of course, Filipino nurses and Filipino healthcare workers are a huge and fundamental part of the British healthcare. And we met some of them today who also traveled from Essex despite the downpour to see King Charles be crowned. Let's hear them.
Kasi matagal na kami dito, 17 years now. So, feel namin yung royal family. Celebrate, yeah. Of course. This is nothing. This is nothing for us, king. Just to pay back what we have now. Yeah. We've been here for 20 years.
As you can see, there's still some very, very light drizzles behind me. This is a very normal London day, but we've had some really great sunny days the past few days, which makes today's rainy day on the day of a historic coronation a little strange, but maybe a sign of the uncertainty of the future of the monarch with King Charles at the helm. This is Lian Buan